All right, Ben Parker, Cardinal Sports Reporter. I'm here with Stanford cornerbacks coach Paul Williams. Hopefully I got that right. So first of all, just talk about how are things shaping up for the cornerback unit so far?
I mean, we're like it's coming along, I think the guys are working hard. We're like, I don't even know what is it, 7 or 8 into it.
Yeah, they got me.
But I think the guys are getting better, and it's really about, hey, let's take it one day at a time. Let's worry about today. That's the most important day. Let's clean up our techniques. Let's make sure we're fighting every play to be in the best shape that we can play. Being a DB, and it's just one day at a time, man.
Yeah, and also just to kind of talk about a couple guys going to be talking later today, Zara Manley, Colin Wright, just what are those guys brought to the room?
Starting with Zorn, he's an older guy, but he brings leadership. He has great work ethic, and he's helping develop the younger guys and bringing them along. But he shows by example. He's early every day. He comes to work every day, and he does a good job with leadership. So. And then as far as Colin, for a freshman, he's way ahead. I've coached a lot of good DBs, and I think he has a very bright future. And he's a quiet kid, but he comes to work every day. He competes. He really tries to work his technique, and he gets better every day. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of camp with him and just see how he plays this year. But he's a talented guy. Both of them are really talented dudes. So.
Cool. And also too, just talk about what's it like only having to worry about cornerbacks. A lot of secondary coaches coach both safeties and corners. Just what's it like only worrying about just the corners? What's that like?
Well,
dynamic like? Yeah.
I've done them both for years. I've coached most of my career, probably 20 or 18 years. I've coached all 4. So when you just have the corners, and actually I have the corners and nickels. Like you can be more detail oriented in the technique stuff. So it's really important to be as detailed as you can be, and that, like splitting it up, that allows you to do that.
Awesome. And talk about just your relationship with Bobby April. What's it like working with him? Just what are your thoughts on the defense you guys are trying to build?
I mean, I love him. He's a great defensive coordinator. He's a great football mind. And it's fun to work with him. Every day. You come in, he's got some juice. The package it's a good package, man. And there's some uniqueness to it. So there's some different things that we do. But it's a fun package. So with the kids and everything, like they look for, hey, what's going in today? What are we doing, or how are we playing this? So I mean, I think we got a great defensive staff, and it's a joy to be around those guys. And it starts with Coach April. I mean, he does an outstanding job of just being organized and having us all on the same page. So I enjoy it.
You have a lot of. I mean, Manley's obviously a veteran, but this is a unit that is losing guys that were really instrumental last year. Guys like Kai Blue Kelly and Ethan Bonner. Just talk about the opportunity that is in front of a lot of guys that are in your room now.
Well, again, they lost some really talented corners. They lost some really, again, both of them were in camps. One drafted and the other one was a free agent. But those were talented dudes. So. The guys here, Zorn, he hadn't played in 2 years. Collins, a redshirt freshman. Slocum, he redshirted last year. So we got a lot of young guys, So it's a great opportunity for the young guys to step up, But they haven't, or like Zorn, he hadn't played in a couple years, and the other guys hadn't really played, And for that to be the case, like you wouldn't notice with this group. You would think they're a veteran group. They have, as a whole, they have leadership qualities, they have great work ethic, and they're fun to coach. They really are. Like they want to be good. They want to work. So if you have that, I mean, you got a great shot. Got a great shot.
Talk about too, just kind of the relationship that your unit has with the wide receiving group. What have you seen from that unit, and how much do you feel both units kind of push each other in practice?
I think, I think those guys are friends. You see them around each other. You see them laughing and hanging out. you know, and they compete. Like we get out here, whether it's one-on-ones or team periods, those guys, again, they're friends off the field, but on the field they do compete, you know. But I think those guys want our guys to get better, and we want them to get better, and we're going to give them good looks, and they're going to give us good looks. And again, when you have that, that's when you have the chance. You have the chances of having a good team, you know, guys that are competing and trying to get better.
Two more questions for you. Just what do you most enjoy about coaching defensive backs and corners, and just working with the group that you're working with, this position? Yeah.
Well, I think DBs are different, you know, especially corners. Like you're on the island, you're all alone, and like you got to come to work every day. Because if you don't come to work every day, like you're gonna get exposed, you know. So, like you got to have a different mindset, and you got to be a competitor, you know. And again, when you have that, like you have a chance to be a special talent. And again, we look for athletic guys that want to compete, you know. And again, I mean, that's the cornerback position. I mean, every play, like you can get exposed. So if you're not ready to go, if you're not locked in, you're gonna get exposed. So again, I like guys that want to compete and know what they're getting into and enjoy it, you know. And if they enjoy it, like again, we're gonna have fun.
The final question for you, just what have you most enjoyed about being here at Stanford so far and just being a part of this community?
Oh, well, it just starts with Coach Taylor, man. He's awesome. He's awesome. Again, him and Coach April, you know, they're great guys to work for, man. I look forward to coming to work in the morning. You know, I enjoy it. You know, and especially in our profession, if you don't enjoy what you're doing every day, then you're in the wrong profession. And like being here, again, a great school. Stanford's a great program. Got a lot of history, and then you're in Palo Alto, a great city. I mean, it's good, man. I can't complain. You know, I like waking up in the morning and it's 60 or 65 degrees, you know, and even at night it gets cool. So you got great weather, you know, great location and a great school. So I love the environment.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
All right.